Hey family, hope you're having a great weekend. At the request of a few subscribers, I'm gonna cook a small meal tonight that I'm cooking just for myself and let you see what all I'm putting together. I know many of you have shared your recipes with me and things you like to cook. So I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what I'm cooking tonight. And when the video is uploaded, put in the comments how you would fix it or what your favorite way to have it is. So let me turn this around. Okay, now it's my coffee pot. So I love these Aero Farms microgreens. I usually eat the one that has arugula in it, but I got some sweet kale, and they also have another one that had cabbage and kale, but I just went with kale. So I'm gonna saute those in this little pan right here with some butter. And so I'm doing this one-handed, y'all bear with me. So I'm putting the microgreens, and microgreens are so healthy. And I think they're grown in little greenhouses. But I love to buy these. I put them on my sandwiches instead of lettuce. I put these on my sandwiches. You can put them in omelets. You can put them in soups. Here, I'm getting it all over the stove. The other day I made a peanut butter sandwich and I just threw some of these on top of it and it was pretty good. So what I'm going to do is saute this and get a spoon. Actually, I'm going to get, this is where I keep all of my utensils. So I'm just going to use this so it won't scrape my non-stick pan. I'm going to saute these. Already looking good. Let me turn the power up just a little bit and a few more of these, because once you cook them they kind of wilt down. Sorry, but I'm gonna save some for sandwiches or maybe make another meal out of this. Sometimes I eat them raw just like they are because they're good and they're healthy. You can put them in smoothies. Alright, so here we go. I'm doing this one-handed, so y'all bear with me. Alright, so we got the microgreens and they're sauteing, and I've got a little bit of butter and a little bit of Pam with canola oil. I'm not going to put any salt in them because once they're fixed, I'm going to put, I have some salmon bits, like 3 or 4 little pieces of salmon I got at Fresh Market along with these greens on sale. And salmon and kale is really good together. I had it once at a dinner party I went to. It was where I used to work a long time ago, and the people that made it actually smoked it. So here's the salmon, and it's soaking in soy sauce. But I also put a little bit of garlic and pepper on it. You don't need salt because soy sauce has a lot of salt in it, but I also have it soaking in some brown sugar. And I tried this. I said, oh my goodness, let me try it with these microgreens. They actually used real kale, but as you can see, so what I'm going to do is now I'm just going to pour the salmon in there with the juice that I've had it marinating in. It was actually frozen, so it might still be a little frozen. Now let me open this package. It's amazing what you can learn to do with one hand. Alright, so let me pour a little more in there. Have a little bit of balance. Turn up the heat from 5.5 to 7, maybe 7.5, because it doesn't take long to cook this once you get it going. But I saw a tip. If you have a non-stick pan, don't spray Pam on it because the pan will stick to it. Thank you, Miss Pam's Place, Cooking at Pam's Place. I love her channel. But I went ahead and put some in here anyways to kind of stretch out the butter. And as you can see, it's starting to cook and saute. Let me just turn this up a little bit more. So again, all I have is salmon, a little bit of butter, soy sauce, the dark liquid, and I also have kale microgreens. But the salmon was marinated in the soy sauce, brown sugar, and pepper and garlic. That's the seasoning I use. So I'm pouring the rest of the juice in there. And actually, this is already starting to cook. So these are salmon bits. Just turn that up. I like to eat salmon sometimes with like asparagus and things like that. But I wanted to try this. So once that gets done, all right, I'm going to use my other spatulas in the dishwasher. So I'm going to flip this salmon with a slotted spoon so none of the liquid, see, it's already separating, it's about done. I'm not a huge salmon eater. I like it once in a while. I like cod, that's my favorite. And you can see everything's pretty much almost done. So then what you do, you just turn this up a little bit more, pull it back on the burner. The last thing I'm going to add to it and stir it in, because I've seen this in salads before, like already pre-made at the grocery store, are these. And I had a few of these left. I love golden raisins. So the reason for the sweet, like the brown sugar and the yellow raisins, is to break up some of the tartness or the bitterness of kale. You know, kale kind of has a bitter flavor to it. So I'm going to save a few of these because I'm going to do another meal with it. Just put my golden raisins in there. They do cost a little bit more, but I got this on sale, so always looking for sales and bargains. And you might think, well, what in the world is in the middle of that pan or in that pan? Well, it's really good once you mix it together. Oop, the raisin jumped out. Now it's cooking. Now it might be a little salty because of the soy sauce, but I'm going to let it drain a little bit before I eat it, and you could always throw rice in there too. So again, the ingredients for this was marinated salmon soaked in soy sauce, pepper and garlic, brown sugar, microgreens or micro kale. I mean, you could buy kale if you want and do it with kale just the same, and golden raisins, and that's all I've got in here, and a few bits of salmon. So I'm gonna let that stop cooking, turn the heat off, and let this cool. I'll eat it in probably about 30 minutes or so. So put in the comments how you would cook this, or what's your favorite way to cook salmon or kale or golden raisins. I do know I like Waldorf salad, and I think you could put golden or regular raisins in Waldorf salad. So have a good night. Thanks.